All right, so for years, it's been the biggest question in Huntsville real estate. When will Space Command actually get here? Well, the decision is final, the wheels are in motion, and the first wave of personnel will be arriving here shortly. This isn't a drill anymore, it's actually happening. But this raises an even bigger question for anyone connected to our housing market. What does this move really mean for you? Hi, I'm Cameron Walker, the broker and owner of Cameron Walker Realty, located right here in Huntsville, Alabama. My mission with this channel is to give you the accurate, timely, and honest information you need in order to make an informed decision about your move. And today, we're going to go way past the headlines, give you a data-driven forecast how the arrival of U.S. Space Command is about to reshape the entire North Alabama real estate market. Because this move impacts everyone differently, broken this video down into 4 distinct chapters. We're going to talk directly to the military members, government employees, and contractors that are moving here. We're also going to talk to the other homebuyers who are caught up in the storm as they relocate to Huntsville. Then we'll talk to real estate investors, talk about that massive opportunity that's on the horizon. Finally, we'll talk to the local homeowners who may be selling in the next 12 to 18 months. This is a deep dive, so grab your cup of coffee, and if you find this kind of analysis helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button. It's a small click for you, but it makes a huge difference in helping other people find this video. Let's get into it. To understand what's about to happen, you have to realize that the arrival of Space Command isn't a singular event. It's actually a force multiplier. It's the capstone of an already historic period of economic growth in our area. What the data shows is a multi-layered demand shock. We have an estimated 1,500 to 2,000 direct personnel coming for Space Command, but that's happening at the exact same time the FBI is continuing to ramp up their campus, bringing in an additional 2,000 jobs over the next couple years. On top of that, we have massive private sector expansion with companies like Blue Origin and Northrop recently winning bids. It's a perfect storm of high-income households all heading the same place at the same time. So where does our market stand right now just before this wave hits? As of 2025, prices have stabilized, inventory's up to about a 4.5-month supply. Homes are taking a little bit longer to sell, but to be clear, these are all lagging indicators and they can give you a false signal. As thousands of people move here, that inventory is going to be absorbed, homes are going to sell more quickly. And that leads us into our first deep dive chapter. All right, this first chapter is for you, the military member, government employee, or contractors packing up and headed to Redstone Arsenal. You're on the front lines of this move, and it's a critical piece of information that you need to know that'll fundamentally shape your home search. The Department of Defense released the 2025 Basic Allowing for Housing, or BAH rates. And while the national average went up, the rate for Redstone Arsenal actually went down by 6.7%. Let me repeat that. Your housing allowance is going to be lower now than it would have been a year ago. So what does this mean in practical terms? Well, it creates a significant affordability gap, especially in the most sought after areas. Say in E7, a master sergeant with dependents, your 2025 BAH supports a home price of around $280,000 to $300,000. In 04, a major, your BAH supports a home price of about $325,000 to $360,000. The economic pressure is going to act like a geographic funnel, pushing a huge percentage of you out of the high demand core into more affordable, commuter-friendly markets. So let's talk about where your BAH goes further and what the lifestyle is like in those locations. First off, we have West Limestone County, City of Athens. Median price there is about $320,000. Athens offers a small town public square feeling that's going to go through some revitalization. There's restaurants, other shops there along the square. It's also easy to access I-65 for trips to the beach, Birmingham, or Nashville. Another option you have is Morgan County, home to Decatur and Hartsville. Average home price there, median price is about $235,000. It's the most affordable of the areas we're going to discover. It's also right along the Tennessee River, so if you're into boating or fishing, it's a great location for that. And then you also have easy access to I-65 from there. Now, for senior leaders, households with dual income, or for those who can afford the premium, Madison City, South Huntsville, and Owens Crossroads will be prime targets. Madison City has a median home price of about $470,000, and its school system consistently ranks amongst those the highest in the state. South Huntsville and Owens Crossroads offer beautiful established neighborhoods, larger lots, beautiful trees, as well as mountain views. If you like outdoor recreation, you can't do better than those locations. Now, a move is about more than just the house. It's about the whole family. So for spouses who will be seeking employment, the good news is that our economy is diversifying beyond just defense and aerospace. We have a major employment hubs with healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and education. And for families, quality of life is a huge draw. We have incredible parks like John Hunt Park, countless youth sport leagues, and family-friendly attractions. Now, when it comes to education, it's really critical that you do your own research, as there can be a widespread in school rankings. I have another video I created on my channel, that may be a great help for you there. Another topic we have to talk about is the buyer beware nature of buying a home in Alabama. What that means is sellers here don't have a lot of disclosure laws. They're not required to write up disclosures like you may be comfortable with in other states. And that's why we, the buyer's agent here, help protect you and mitigate those risks by suggesting the right inspections, taking a look at the home before we go into contract. Buyer beware can be scary, but as long as you mitigate the risk, it's not that much different than when you bought before. Now, navigating this from another state is incredibly challenging. My team and I specialize in military relocations, and we understand the unique pressures of a PCS move. If you want a team on the ground that gets it, all my contact information is in the description below. You can call, text, email us. You can go to our website and register, and we'll reach out to you. Okay, on to our next group. You're not affiliated with Space Command, but you're moving to Huntsville for a job in the area, and to be closer to family, or simply just because you've heard about the area, the quality of life, and the low cost of living. Regardless, your timing is independent from Space Command's relocation, but it's going to be impacted by everyone we just talked about moving here. Those thousands of households are going to be your new competition in a market that's about to get very, very tight. As I mentioned, we currently have about a 4.5-month supply. Our research shows that's going to drop down to 2 months within 18 months from now. So let me translate that for you. We're headed directly back into a strong seller's market. That means the return of multiple offer situations, bidding wars, losing negotiating power, and having to make decisions more quickly. This is why you really want to meet with your agent first and come up with a game plan so that we can avoid as many of these risks as possible. Look, I know planning a move from out of state is a huge undertaking. That's exactly why I've loaded my website with relocation web sources. You can find everything from neighborhood guides to cost of living calculators at CameronWalkerRealty.com. Just click on the relocation button. Also, by request, I've started adding a QR code on the screen. Just point your phone's camera at it, click the link that pops up, and it'll take you directly to my relocation website. All right, this chapter is for the investors. You see the economic indicators, you see the population growth, and you're asking the right question. Where's the opportunity? Well, right now, the single most compelling opportunity in North Alabama real estate is in the rental market. And thanks to the temporary whiplash effect, a recent boom in apartment construction, there has been a little bit of a glut of supply. As of mid-2025, apartment vacancies are up, and rents are down 3.3% year over year. Now imagine thousands of new households arriving. Many will rent first, and they will rapidly absorb those vacant locations, and they're going to drive up the rent. And finally, let's bring it all home. This chapter is for you, the local homeowner. Think about maybe making a move or selling your home in the next 12 to 18 months. The bottom line is this wave of demand puts you in an incredibly strong position as a seller. The market is shifting decisively in your favor. There's going to be decreasing inventory, increasing buyer competition, which means you're poised to get a better return. The key here is strategy. If you're selling and moving out of state, you can likely wait 12 to 18 months for the seller's market to peak in order to maximize on this profit. However, if you're selling and staying locally, you're facing a double-edged sword. Yes, you'll sell your home for a great price, but you'll have to compete with other buyers in that market, and you may be spending more. Your strategy needs to be proactive. Having a team that can help you seamlessly navigate both sides of that transaction is crucial, and that's a core specialty of ours. If you'd like to have a strategic conversation about your home's value and about your specific timeline, let's connect. We can build a custom plan that ensures you make the most of this unique market opportunity. The data is clear. The arrival of U.S. Space Command is an economic accelerant that will fundamentally reshape our market. For our relocating military and government employees, it means bringing a strategic understanding to the buyer beware landscape and looking for commuter-friendly communities where your housing allowance goes the furthest. For non-military homebuyers, your best chance at value is leveraging that right now. For investors, the rental market is presenting a rare, time-sensitive opportunity. And for our local homeowners, you're in the driver's seat. It's time to think about your strategy. The question has changed. It's no longer if Huntsville will grow. It's about how you position yourself to benefit from that growth. I hope this data-driven look has given you a clear picture of what's really coming. If it has, consider sharing it with a friend or a coworker. And be sure to hit that subscribe button and check out my other videos on Cameron Walker Realty channel. for more in-depth deep dives, neighborhood tours, and market analysis. If you decide you want to be part of what's going on here, your next step is to get the right guidance. And that's what my team and I are here for. All of our contact information is down in the description, along with our website and a link to that Huntsville Navigator I mentioned a moment ago. Don't hesitate to reach out. We appreciate you watching.